He is Ben Bernanke's best friend. If you want him, let's hear it. Ron Paul! Ron Paul! Ron Paul! Ron Paul!
Yeah!
Thank you very much. Today, things are different. The H.R. 1207, the Federal Reserve Transparency Act, has 313 co-sponsors now. Even on the day we were working on that bill in the Financial Services Committee, we had 4 new co-sponsors on that very day. And although I had a little bit to do with it, I really give credit to the American people and the people like you who have had an interest in it and let your congressman know about it. Because I myself personally didn't get the co-sponsors. What happened was it became an issue that became important enough for the American people that they called their congressman and put political pressure on them. So the system will work and can work if the American people wake up and send the right message to Washington.
Tell us!
Now, how does your personal liberty get attacked? Why is it being diminished constantly? It's because government is too big. Once the government takes over the role of telling you how to run your life, spend your money, and trying to police the world, they do that by undermining liberty. They don't have any money. They either have to steal it or print it and destroy the currency. But they can't do that without the system. Now, if we had a government that had to pay its bills honestly, you know, no borrowing and no inflating, I mean, they wouldn't be able to do it. The American people would be so outraged. Another little trick that we could do, I introduced this bill once, but nobody paid much attention to it. The system is rotten. The tax system is rotten, and it might take us another year or two to get rid of the income tax. Eventually, we'll do that.
Yeah!
But that is the issue. The issue is what kind of a government we should have. We should ask the question, what should the role of government be? And the founders had a pretty good answer for that. It should be very limited. It should be local, and the purpose of government is to protect liberty.
Yeah.
It's not to police the world. We really got off track probably 100 years ago or so. Of course, 1913 was a particularly bad year when our country accepted the notion of an income tax as well as the Federal Reserve System. But in the last 100 years, it's been ever-growing government and ever-diminished personal liberties for each and every one of us. But things are different. Things are changing. We're living right on the edge of even bigger changes because this system cannot be sustained. I entered politics because I knew that a fiat dollar standard would not work. It would finally end. Even though it would work temporarily, it lasted until about a year ago. The financial system is done. You cannot rebuild it with the dollar. They're going to work hard to try to come up with another international paper currency and all kinds of mischief. But they won't ask the right questions until we as the people make sure they ask the right question, and that is, what should the role of government be? And until we do that, we can expect them to do exactly as they have been doing. But we should have everybody's eyes open to the ill effect of all this government nonsense. What do? We immediately in Washington recognize, oh yeah, there's a serious crisis out there. But what we need to do is spend more, borrow more, print more, and regulate more. And they think it's going to work. We have a medical care system that is totally inept after 35 years of government managed care and government inflation. It's a real mess. So we have too much government for all these years. It's all bankrupt. Medicare couldn't work without, it's insolvent. So what are they doing? Well, we're going to tremendously expand the program and introduce another $1 trillion medical care program. The odds of that working are slim to none. But the fortunate part is the American people are starting to recognize it.
Yes, sir.
Here they come along and they say, well, there's 30 million people that don't have health care, and we're going to give them health care, and it's going to be for free. Not only can we give this free medical care to these people, and everybody's going to be happy, but it's not going to cost anything. Matter of fact, it's going to reduce the deficit. You know, fortunately, the American people are starting to pay attention. They're starting to pay attention and say, hey, what are these guys talking about? Who believes them anymore? So their credibility is crashing. Our credibility is rising.
That's right.